What's up, guys? With fan films getting bigger and bigger and bigger, I thought it might be a good time to recognize one of the smaller, like no budget fan films, just because I actually like the idea quite a bit. So anyway, let's review. What's up, guys? It's literally, I think, 6:30 in the morning. Okay, I rarely ever record this early, but I've been up for like the last hour, and sometimes you gotta partition your time whenever you can use, because I don't always have time to record. I don't always have time to edit. So when I have a window, and my window happens to be this early in the morning, why not, right? So if I look like, I don't have bed head, I comb my hair, you know, as LL Cool J would say in H2O. But we're gonna talk about a Halloween fan film called Halloween 63. Somebody sent me a link to this, I think like last week or something like that. I get a lot, and I mean a lot, of fan film review requests. And obviously I don't have the time to look at all of them. And I appreciate the work that goes into each and every one of them, because I know how hard it is to make a movie, any movie. This is gonna be a unique review, okay? Because I'm gonna ask you to do something for me before you finish this review. I'm gonna give you homework. Most of you won't do it, but I'm gonna ask anyway, okay? To your benefit, all right? Because this is only 10 minutes long. It's 10 minutes long, and I highly enjoyed it because of how unique this movie was. Or short, it's really a short. Let me just give you the basic setup, okay? And then I'm gonna ask you to go watch it and then come back, because there's aspects of this that I just have to talk about. It's Halloween 63. It only takes place in 63, just that moment where Myers makes that transition, okay? But it definitely takes some liberties in the story department, and that's kind of all I wanna tell you. But I will say, before you go watch the movie, this is different, because even the way it's shot, it's set in 63, obviously. It's shot in black and white. The performances feel like something out of the 1960s, which I actually kind of appreciate, because we see the same type of performances constantly over and over. And I find that the older I get, the farther back I tend to go with my likes and tastes in movies. And I like the style of acting in those early days, the 60s and even the 50s. You know, I just reviewed Horror of Dracula. I like that style of acting, I really do. So for a fan film too, you know, you only have 3 characters in this. You got Judith, her friend, and young Michael. I think the acting is pretty decent for a short little fan film, okay? It's very low budget, you can tell, but there's some talent behind the camera here. I like a lot of the decisions that were taken. I like the shift in story that I can't really talk about right now. But I'll just say, don't expect Judith to have her boyfriend come over and they have sex, and then she comes down and then Michael goes up and kills her. It doesn't play out exactly like that. It's a little different. But man, I tell you, that 10 minutes flew right by, and it is super quick. And I found myself quite refreshed, you know, because most Halloween fan films, and there's a lot of really good ones out there, but they kind of stay in the lanes as far as the story goes. You know, they don't really go too crazy, and I like that this one does venture out a good bit. From this point on, obviously, I highly recommend this. I might have to create a new category, because purchase-worthy for fan films, you don't have to purchase them, they're free. So watch-worthy, I don't know. Please watch this now. That's what I'll call it. Watch this now. I'm about to get into some spoilers. I highly recommend you pause the video right here. Just go over there, watch it. I'll have a link. I'll put a card and I'll put a link in the info box. Just watch it, come back, and then we can talk about the spoiler stuff, all right? So anyway, yeah, you are dismissed. Hey, welcome back, welcome back. Thanks for coming back, I appreciate it. How was that? It was pretty cool, right? Just, you know, really quick, just flows right by, right? So yeah, anyway, getting into the spoilers of this. Now, obviously, young Michael, this is kind of cool because he does talk. He's like a normal kid before the transition, before the switch. And then all of a sudden we see an adult Michael Myers. It looks like an adult Michael Myers. So immediately I'm thinking, what's going on here? Are they trying to play it off like maybe the father, Michael's father, is actually adult Michael Myers? You know, maybe he's taking that role and then the son becomes the father. Is that what they're doing? That was my initial reaction. But then, you know, Michael kills the friend that comes over and then he goes up and he kills Judith. Love how this sequence was directed, though. Obviously, this is a different house than the Myers house. But I think it suits this film being shot in black and white. It just adds to the creepiness of it. And those movies, the horror movies from back then, from like the 60s, they have a different aesthetic to them. And I think it's even creepier than today. But then, when he's up there and he's stabbing Judith, you see these quick cuts in and out of young Michael, old Michael, young Michael, old Michael. And you quickly realize, oh, so this is kind of his inner psyche. He sees himself as what he is going to become. At first, I'm like, do I like that? Is that kind of weird? You know, I like how it's directed and it's beautiful. You know, the music is great. Cinematically, it's beautiful and it works. But I don't know how I feel about this until he gets down the stairs and then you get that crawl that, you know, it's pretty much like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, the beginning of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That gave me chills, actually. Hearing this narration of Michael Myers, the legend of what he is going to become, and we're seeing him as a child. Some of you have already watched this. Some of you don't care about spoilers, so you stayed. If you didn't watch it, I recommend watching this fan film. I thought it was pretty cool, and it was nice to give some props to some of the lower budget fan films because, yeah, the fan films, the budgets just get bigger and bigger and bigger. They just look like actual Hollywood movies. So it's nice to scale back and talk about something that's lower in budget. So my camera light's going off, so that's all you get. But I'm telling you right now, I'm glad I was able to at least maybe give a little bit of a boost to this this fan film. So yeah, check it out. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of Halloween 63. Looking forward to hearing them. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks where we talk horror all day and every day. And on Fridays, we do Free For Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums and on my socials. Support me on Patreon. Buy me coffee. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Drumdum out.